So, you want to learn Japanese, but you feel lost. Or maybe you've been studying for a while, watching a lot of content, and still something feels off. You feel tired, overwhelmed, and sometimes you just want to quit. The good news is you're not alone. Everyone goes through this. Even for me, after years with Japanese, those moments still come back. And lately, I've been feeling them again. I realized I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Some I talked about in my last video about 5 mistakes I made while learning Japanese, but there's one I didn't really mention, which is studying with a random routine. I was basically copying everyone else's routine but not doing the one that fits me. If you're dealing with the same thing, then this video might be for you. Because together, we're going to build a study plan from scratch. Something that's beginner-friendly, still helpful for intermediate learners, and simple enough to actually follow. It's going to be a monthly routine you can adjust, make your own, and even use for learning other languages too. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up. It helps me a lot and it also motivates me, so thank you so much in advance. Now, let's get back to the video. I like to think of Japanese, like any language, as something you build through few key pillars. From my own experience, I divided them into 6. We have speaking, listening, reading, grammar, the writing system, and of course, vocabulary. So by using these, we're going to create a monthly routine that you can adapt each week. So we're always working on everything, touching all these pillars in different amounts and in a way that matches your energy and life. Because every day feels different. Sometimes you have energy, but you don't have time. Sometimes you have time, but you don't have energy. Sometimes you have both, and sometimes you have neither. So instead of forcing a strict schedule, I want to build this plan around a simple time cross-energy system. The idea is to match the study to how you would actually feel in those moments. Now let's go back to those 6 pillars and look at a couple of situations, and I'll use myself as an example. Let's say I have time and I have energy. In this situation, I would go with an intensive mode. That's when I focus on active studying, active recall, maybe watching a full Japanese video, looking up the words I hear, noticing the grammar that's been used, and really engaging with the language. Now, if I have time but very little energy, I would switch into a softer session. That might be watching Japanese content, it can be drama, it can be anime, doing some slow reading, or a light kanji review. The goal here isn't perfection, it's staying connected to the language by simply showing up, even on quiet days. Just like I said in my previous video, perfection delays progress. Now that's the big picture for now. I hope you got it so far, because we still have a lot to build together. Let's zoom in a little bit and talk about what a week can look like. For each week, I want to set one small focus or something simple to track, just so it feels meaningful and not overwhelming. We'll try to study for 6 days and keep 1 day off for rest day in the middle of the week so it doesn't feel heavy and tiring to go nonstop. Let's take week 1 as an example. In the first week, for me, I want to choose, for example, to focus on kanji and vocab. It can be anything else. It can be anything from the 6 pillars. But for me, I'm just saying I want to focus on kanji. The amount of focus can get at around 65% of our attention. And that doesn't mean we ignore the other pillars. It just means that these ones get a little extra love that week. Now that we have chosen a focus, the next step is to set a small accomplishment for the end of the week. Since my focus for week 1 is kanji and vocab, the main goal, the main accomplishment there would be something simple and realistic. For example, I might aim to memorize and write about 20 kanji and learn 50 new words that we can actually use in sentences. Now, again, that's just an example. You can always adjust it to your level, to your energy, to your time. You can make it your own. For the other pillars, we still give them space with softer goals. For example, speaking, the accomplishment could be being able to, let's say, introduce yourself and talk a little bit about who you are. For listening, maybe it can be watching Japanese content for a total of 30 to 40 minutes maybe across the week. One long video, it can be a few short ones spread out, or simply a long video that is cut into, shorter versions. As for grammar, we can aim to really understand at least 3 grammar patterns, and then for reading, maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day, just enough to stay in contact with the language. Now, once the system is understood, we can apply the same principle to the rest of the weeks. Now let's go to week number 2. For this week, I might choose to focus on grammar and reading as main pillars. So that means about 65% of the attention goes there, and the rest is shared with the other areas. For reading, the goal could be to get through about 3 pages without stopping or stuttering too much. It can be reading short stories, song lyrics, anything you enjoy spending time with. For grammar, the idea is not only learning new points, but keeping the old ones alive. We make sure last week's patterns still feel comfortable, and then we add around 3, maybe to 4 new ones. As for listening, we can stay on the same rhythm as week 1, so it would be around 30 to 40 minutes across the week. Again, whether that's a full video or smaller videos or podcasts spread out. And by the way, for listening, there's something that you can do, which is shadowing. If you're not familiar with shadowing, it's basically repeating what you hear. I didn't add it as a separate pillar because for me, it was naturally related to listening. So whenever you have a listening session and a little extra time, try copying what you hear out loud. It gently trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. For vocab, instead of memorizing lists, this time we turn words into real-life sentences. Each day, try writing 2 or 3 lines that you can actually say about your mornings, about your plans, or what you'll do after school or work. For example, you can say sentences like, after I come home from work, I'll clean my room. 仕事から帰ってから部屋を掃除します. For speaking, I want to be able by the end of week 2 to talk about my days, weekends, and how I spend them. So that's pretty much it for week 2. Now I'll just show you what week 3 and 4 could look like, since you already have the idea from week 1 and 2. I don't want to go into many details here because I don't want to overload you or bore you. And honestly, if you're still watching right now, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. In fact, as a little thank you, I'll leave you a free downloadable template for this whole plan. It's basically what we talked about, but editable, so you can shape it to your own routine and your own pace. Now for week 3 and week 4, I'll just put them on the screen. You can pause the video, and of course I'm gonna talk about it briefly, but you can pause the video, take a screenshot, and maybe use them as an inspiration for your own plan. So far, we haven't planned every single day in advance, and that's intentional. I don't want to feel, or you to feel, restricted by a schedule. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed before the week even starts. Some days you have energy but no time, and some days life just happens. So instead of asking how many hours should you study per day, try asking how much time and energy do I actually have right now. You can prepare the day before if you like, but if you wake up and your plan suddenly feels too heavy, maybe you're tired, busy, maybe you got sick, or something unexpected came up, that's where the beauty of this system shows up. You don't adapt to the plan adapts to you. Each day you look at your availability and choose small tasks based on your weekly focus. That becomes your daily routine. Some days it's intensive, some days it's soft, and some days it's just quick. Even 5 minutes counts. If you have time and energy, you can go for an intensive session. If you have time but low energy, you can choose something gentle. If you have neither, do something tiny and that still keeps you connected. This idea is inspired by small consistent habits like the ones talked about in Atomic Habits. Since I consider language learning as a habit too, I thought the same mindset would work here. Try not to miss twice, touch Japanese every day, even in the smallest way. You decide how long the session is, and progress comes from showing up, not from being perfect. So, as you could see, this routine isn't about being perfect or following a strict schedule. It's about creating a way to study Japanese that fits your life, your time, and your energy. If this idea speaks to you, I'd really love for you to take this challenge with me. We can start next month or even next week if you feel ready. Thank you so much for watching and studying with me. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It helps me a lot. And let me know in the comments if you're going to try this routine or if there's something you'd like me to change or add or talk about next. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Mata ne!